Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center for Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Basketball on HCAM. As tonight, the 15-3 Hopkinton Hillers take on the 13-4 Westborough Rangers. Tom Nappy alongside Wally Henneberry on the call, and the Hillers are fresh off of clinching the TVL Large with a win last night over in Westwood. They took down the Westwood Wolverines by a final of 67-59, and without further ado, we'll send it down to courtside for the opening intros.
Good evening and welcome to Hopkinton High School for tonight's varsity boys basketball matchup between the visiting Westborough Rangers and your hometown Hopkinton Hillers. Hopkinton High School is committed to the highest ideals of sportsmanship in establishing a healthy environment for interscholastic competition. The league will not tolerate negative statements or actions directed towards competitors, game officials, or fans in attendance. Such actions including taunting, trash talking, and the berating of players or officials. Please respect all decisions made by officials. Please respect fans, coaches, participants, and opponents alike. Thank you for helping create a positive, respectful, and fun environment here at Hopkinton High School. And now for tonight's starting lineups for the Westborough Rangers. Junior number 0, Alec DeRozier. Senior number 1, Simon Blyer. Senior number 4, Nick Bellafato. Junior number 15, Justin McCafferty. And senior number 21, Joe Marino. The Rangers are coached by Brian Millar, assistant coach by Nate Mann, Josh Callanan, Chris Simino, Matt Doherty, Mike Doherty, and Matt Willar. And now for the Hopkinton Hillers. Junior number 3, Cooper Willitson. Junior number 14, Sam Dedejian. Senior number 25, Logan Del Ponte. Senior number 35, Anthony DeLuca. And senior number 10, Jack Iannelli. The Hillers are coached by Tom Keene, assistant coach Chris Banks, Rich Cormier, Jay Golan, and Dan Karai. And now if everybody could please rise, if able, and face the flag for the playing of our national anthem.
And there you have it. We are just about ready for tip-off here at Hopkinton High School. I mentioned last night the Hopkinton Hillers got a win over the Westwood Wolverines on the road. It was a 67-59 overtime win. Cooper Willitson led the way with 21 points. Jack Iannelli was strong on both ends of the court and had 13 points, and Sam Dedejian scored 21 points. A big win over Westwood and the Hopkinton Hillers, the TVL Large champs, Wally.
Yeah, that's great. Good congratulations to Hillers for winning the TVL. Now tonight, now they run the risk of possible letdown game, unfortunately, against a tough opponent tonight. They win the title last night, celebrate all night, they're thinking about it all day, and they're going to come out today, and hopefully they won't come out flat. Hopefully the loss they suffered on Saturday will kind of like have righted the ship for them, and they'll come out with a lot of focus, even though it's a possible trap or letdown game for them tonight.
A nice win on the tip by DeLuca, and the Hillers have possession, working left to right across your screen as Iannelli feeds it to DeLuca for three. No good. It's pulled down by DeRosiers. Westborough is coming off a loss last night. They lost against a tough Neshoba team. They'll get the first bucket here as Justin McCafferty lays it in. Sam Dedejian with possession. Feeds it in on the interior. Iannelli gets wrapped up and draws some contact. And it's going to be going Westborough's way off the jump ball call.
Yeah, Iannelli got caught down underneath the basket in the trees there, where he doesn't probably belong, just standing still with the ball, and he got it tied up.
DeRosiers feeds it over, driving in McCafferty. Count it. Good start for Westborough. The Hillers got the win last year against Westborough in their annual meeting, a 70-57 win. The Hillers have beat them the last two times they have met, and they're hoping for a third. Dedejian feeds it over. Hillers going to work along the perimeter. Willitson driving it up with the left hand, no good. Rebound collected by Joe Marino. Here comes Westborough. The Rosiers with it. The Rosiers trying to shake Willitson, gets it towards the elbow to McCafferty, up for the shot, no good. Well, I think it seems that Westborough's going to be relying a lot on McCafferty tonight.
It shows early, doesn't it? He's already got 4 points and a couple of misses, so yeah, they're kind of targeting him to get their offense going.
Dedejian missed the layup. Joe Marino with the rebound. Westborough ball fed in the interior to Bellafato, up for the shot, no good.
I think that might have been a block by Iannelli down low on the defense.
Good rebound by DeLuca, who has it right now. Kicks it up top. Del Ponte feeds the corner. Up for three. No, rattles out. Collected by Blair.
Yeah, in and out for Dedejian for three, unfortunately.
Blair feeds it out to DeRosiers around the defender, up with the left hand. No, battle for it. And DeLuca pulls it away. It looks like we have a foul.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to get a foul on Joe Marino. It looked like a tied up ball that the Hillers were able to wrest away, but they're going to call a foul. And that's going to be Marino's first and the team's first.
First foul of the game by either team as Iannelli gets it to Dedejian. Dedejian trying to shake the defender. Feeds the corner, up for three. No good there. Here's DeLuca, Westborough ball. Slow start offensively for the Hillers.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes in, and the Hillers haven't scored yet. That's not a good sign so far.
Blair feeds it in. Up and good is McCafferty. He has 3 field goals already. Iannelli along the wing. Iannelli looking in on the interior, feeds Willitson on the corner, now underneath. And he stepped out.
DeLuca stepped out, passed a little bit out of his reach. Yeah, so far Hillers come out a little bit flat here. I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Keene calls a timeout soon. I think if Westborough comes up with another basket, he'll call a timeout. They've gone into the full court press here, hoping to change their fortunes, doing something a little different, being a little bit aggressive. And I kind of like that idea too.
Yeah, I think they need to switch up the momentum a little bit.
Something to give them a little spark. Hopefully like a turnover.
Blair on the entry. Here comes Bellafato. Nick Bellafato to the rack. Up for the shot. No good. And it's batted down by DeLuca, but then put back up and in. And that was Bellafato. An 8-0 Westborough lead. The Hillers down early. Marcinowski with possession. Marcinowski and Cho have entered the game. Dedejian with it along the wing. Trying to shake the defender, kicks it out for 3-ball. DeLuca, count it. Nice response by the Hillers there.
And DeLuca has a nice soft touch out there at the three-point line, and he also works really strong underneath the basket. So it's great to have a guy that can do both.
Ionelli knocks it away. Cho has it to Ionelli down the lane, and he draws the foul.
Yeah, and he leans into the defender to get the contact, which is a real smart play by Ionelli. That's great defense there by Cho to get the steal, and then real great awareness to get it right over to Ionelli, who can take it right to the hole.
They're going to get Alec DeRochers with his first, team second for Westborough. Ionelli hits the first.
All right, so the Hillers have cut the lead in half here. And for everybody watching at home, the score is now in the upper right corner of your screen. In case you can't find it, we know we're moving it around a little bit.
Kept in bounds by DeLuca, and Dedejian takes it to the rack. Up and in he goes.
Yeah, very opportunistic there for Dedejian.
This is the Hillers we're used to, huh, Wally?
Right.
And we'll get a foul along the near sideline. Some body contact. It'll be the first foul on the Hillers. And that'll be on DeLuca. Simon Blair on the entry. Gets it back court to Bellafato. An 8-6 game. Bellafato up for the shot. No. Pulled down by DeLuca. And DeLuca lost a shoe on that rebound. Ionelli.
He's going without the shoe. He's going to keep playing without the shoe.
You can't stop the hustle. Dedejian along the short corner. Over to Ionelli. Kicks it up top to Cho. Back to Ionelli. Turnaround jumper. No, rattles out. Pulled down by Chapman. Bellafato along the wing for 3. No. That shoe's still on the court.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the referee to just kick it off. He calls an official's timeout.
I'll tell you what, Anthony DeLuca, he's a competitor. He'll keep playing without that shoe as long as he needs to. I'm sure, though, he would prefer it.
Right, yeah, he'd want the shoe.
Willardson takes it up. DeLuca, Dedejian gets it in on the interior. Cho up top, driving the lane to Dedejian, and he lays it in.
Great play between him and Cho there, the give and go. Dumps into Cho and then drives the lane. Cho hands it right back to him for the layup.
Bellafato with possession. Gets it over to Blair for 3. Got it.
Yeah, the Hillers had tied it up right until that three-pointer. And that's going to be off Westborough right there.
Here's McCafferty trying to come up with the turnover.
DeLuca's going to check out and probably retie his shoe, get it tightened up.
I'll tell you, the Westborough Rangers, they play in a very tough Central Mass League, and they're having a great season at 13-4. Dedejian to Cho along the baseline.
I think Cho should have put that right up, turns it over.
Here comes Westborough, up and no good there is DeRochers. Pulled down by Cho. Here comes Willardson.
I like that by Cho. Cho turned it over, and then instead of creating a foul,
Del Ponte hits.
Del Ponte. Just to finish my thought, instead of fouling out of frustration, Cho just hustles back and pulls down the loose rebound. So good for him to keep his composure.
Blair misses the 3, and the Hillers have it, collected by Del Ponte. Over to Willardson, underneath to Cho, up and in.
All right, Cho gets rewarded for his hard work there. That's some good passing by the Hillers on offense there, very good.
Hillers have their first lead of the evening. And it's stolen away. Dedejian to the rack, and he slams it down. It's Sam Dedejian's world, and we're all just living in it. DeRochers surrounded by defenders, and we get a foul.
I guess a timeout by Westborough before there could be any foul or a turnover. Boy, Dedejian, I think that's the first dunk I've seen this season, although I've missed most of the season on IR here, but great to see.
Well, there's nothing more embarrassing than missing a dunk, and I think he figured since he's wide open, he'll be able to at least get the rebound and put it back up if he needs to.
Yeah, right. No, he wasn't concerned about missing that at all. He went up with a lot of confidence.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a slower start by the Hillers, but impressive stuff, working their way right back in. They have the 4-point lead, and Wally, this Hopkinton Hillers team towards the end of the season has been very much battle-tested, and they seem ready to go into the postseason.
Yeah, they are. They, big win last night against a great team in Westwood, and now they're playing Westborough, who also has a great record, and they're really kind of now taking it to them. So they're playing with a lot of confidence, and then they're not afraid of their trapping defense, getting too ahead of them and having the balls go over their heads for layups. They're all in on this man-to-man full court defense and the trapping defense. It's really great to see. I love it.
And we also want to give a big shout out to the Hopkinton Hillers boys hockey team, who also clinched the TVL Large title last night as they captured a 2-1 win over Norwood to clinch the crown of the TVL Large.
Wow, great. Good for them.
I'm sure they will do some damage in the postseason as well. And of course, you can find all your Hopkinton Hiller playoff coverage right here on HCAM.
I wonder what we're waiting for now. Both teams have been on the floor for a little bit here. We're running out of things to talk about.
I think it was the officials were talking about who the possession arrow should be in favor of. And they ruled it will be Westborough ball. Simon Blair on the entry. And that is the correct call since the Hillers did win the jump ball. DeRogers feeds it over. Blair up the far side over to Bellafato for 3. No good, off the rim. Batted around. Ainelli pulls it down.
Great rebound among the larger players.
Ainelli feeds it along the perimeter. Here goes Willardson. No good.
Goes after his own rebound. Good hustle there, and I like the ball movement. They really don't. They're not just slowly lobbing it around the perimeter. They are, zipping it around to try to catch Westborough slow on their feet to get it the open shot on the far side of the court.
And that's how the Hillers like to catch you off guard. Quick passing and unpredictability.
Everything quick by the Hillers, defense and offense.
Blair feeds it up the far side of Chapman and knocked away by Cho. They will stay with Westborough, but nearly a Hiller steal there. Just under a minute left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, real quick hands by the Hillers here on defense. It's just fantastic. There's another one. There's a turnover right back to Cho.
Cho tipped the inbound. Up for the shot. No. Knocked out of bounds. And it'll be Hiller ball.
Yeah. Cho tipped the inbound pass right to Ainelli, who fired it right back to Cho. Tried to put it up quickly. And but the ball gets out of bounds. It's Hiller ball, but they're going to stick with it. They're really, disruptive on defense.
Cho on the entry. And that's the thing about this Hillers team. They never let you have one. Never an easy pass, never an easy shot. They're always going to be on you.
Yeah, they don't give you a break.
Marcinowski trying to feed it underneath. Knocked out of bounds off of Chapman. Hiller ball. Cho will have the entry.
Yeah, the Hiller players don't take possessions off at all.
Gets it to the corner. Willardson for 3. No good off the back iron. Pulled down by Bellafato.
Dejan and DeLuca get ready to check back in.
Feeds it over to Chapman. Well, that's DeRogers. DeRogers working against Willardson. Gets it over to McCucci. Here goes Bellafato. Bellafato past Willardson, but can't get past Marcinowski. Oh, they're going to say it's a foul. I don't know, Wally.
Yeah, it looked like a good block. They're going to get Willardson on the foul. The good block was by Marcinowski, and Willardson probably got him down lower on the arm. But really good block by Marcinowski. Now, if he hadn't blocked it, he could be going for and one right here.
Nick Bellafato with a pair of shots, hits the first one. He has 3 points so far tonight. Nick Bellafato also a tremendous football player for Westborough. Second free throw opportunity, count it.
I was wondering where I had heard that name before.
Yes, he had a big role in that Hiller-Westborough game.
Right.
That game was an epic game.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Ponte to Willardson. Willardson for three, no good.
Kind of shot that a little bit off balance.
Ooh, Iannelli got in there trying to bat it away, but the official going to say there was some contact.
It's going to be a foul on Iannelli.
That'll be his first, team third for the Hillers.
1.1 second left on the clock here in the first quarter.
The Rogers going to air it out, and it was touched by Del Ponte, but the shot no good by Brady Chapman, and that'll do it for the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play, it's the Hopkinton Hillers 15, the Westborough Rangers 13. Wally, good job by the Hillers. They fell behind early, but worked their way right back in this game.
They sure did. They were down 8-0. They came back and they've outscored Westborough 15 to. Okay, my math is a little fuzzy here. 15-5, the rest of the way. So, and there really wasn't a lot of scoring in the last couple of minutes of that quarter. So all that was kind of done in the middle. So we'll have to see what kind of pace they come out with here in the second quarter for both teams.
First quarter points for the Hillers. Jack Iannelli with 1 point. Sam Dadagian with 6. Gavin Cho with 2. Logan Del Ponte with 3. Anthony DeLuca with 3. And for Westborough, you got Simon Blair with 3. Nick Bellafato with 4. And Justin McCafferty with 6. A 15-13 game as we are set for the second quarter. And we want to remind you the Hiller basketball action continues tomorrow night here on HCAM. The Hiller girls will be on their home floor taking on a Westwood. A 6:30 tip-off to that game right here on HCAM. Jack Iannelli accepts the inbound, gets it over. Up top, Del Ponte. Here's Dadagian. Driving down, Willardson, he'll feed the corner. Iannelli along the baseline, surrounded by defenders. Up for the shot, count it!
Good hard work there by Iannelli underneath. And now here they are on the full court pressure here.
Nice way
to turnover. Oh, and there it is.
And there you go. The Hillers get a bucket and a turnover to start the second quarter.
And not every turnover is a steal, and not every ball the Hillers get their hands on, but they force the turnovers like that. They get
turnover there.
They get the teams to make mistakes by throwing the ball away as well with the pressure.
Brady Chapman getting a little revenge on Iannelli. The feet underneath, no good, but there is a foul as Chapman went to lay it in.
Another big block by DeLuca there. They're going to get him with the foul. Looks that way, and that's his second. Anthony DeLuca's two fouls now.
Brady Chapman, a junior. Hits the first. James Marcinowski back into the game for the Hillers. Anthony DeLuca will take a seat.
Yeah, they want to get him down with 2 fouls on him. They don't want to get a third one too soon. And it's also a quick way to kind of mini ice the shooter by substituting while he's on the line.
Dadagian for 3, no good. Battle for it. It's knocked out of the grasp of Marcinowski. Dadagian picks it up. He's blocked, and Westborough has it. That was DeRosiers getting the block in there.
Good tough play by both teams on that play.
Bellafato driving in from the wing, up with the right hand, no good. Collected by Willardson. Willardson feeds it over. Marcinowski from the block, no good. Grabs his own rebound. The putback, count it.
Wow, no call on the contact there. Thought that might have been a charge, but no contact, no call.
Blair up for the shot, no good. Marcinowski pulls it down. Willardson trying to feed Iannelli, knocked out of bounds by Bellafato.
Quick hands by Bellafato on that play.
On the entry for the Hillers is Logan Del Ponte. Good back and forth in this second quarter. Gets it to the corner. Willardson drives baseline, feeds Marcinowski at the block, and he finishes.
That's a great set play they have there. They inbound it to the guy who goes to the short corner, and the picker just rolls to the basket and takes it in for an easy layup.
The Rogers over to Blair. Blair driving in, up with the left hand, count it.
5 points now for Blair.
Ionelli with it. Dadajian back to Ionelli. Dadajian and Ionelli trying to shake things up. Marcinowski now accepts along the elbow, feeds it to Dadajian, who draws the foul.
Again, looking there for the triangle work there. Getting into Marcinowski in the lane, who's looking for Dadajian on the block.
Will be on Brady Chapman, his first, team first for the Rangers. And he hits the first. 7 points on the evening for Sam Dadajian. Five-point Hiller lead. And Dadajian, no good there, but it's batted at Cho. Puts it up, no good. Cho able to collect off the rebound. Driving in, Dadajian. Up, no good. Bats it back, count it!
Oh, that was scored by Justin McCafferty of Westborough, tipped it into his own basket. But we're going to give that to Dadajian.
Yes. Up for three and good is Nick Bellafato. Good response by Westborough. The Hillers quickly into their offensive end. Del Ponte over to Cho. Back to Del Ponte now. Ionelli hits it to Dadajian. Dadajian trying to shake the defender up, no good. Battle for it, and out of bounds it goes.
That should be off for Westborough. And Dadajian doesn't agree with the call, and I think he's right. Dadajian mistimed his own jump for the rebound, and it came down. It rolled definitely off a Westborough player on the ground.
On the entry for Westborough is Blair. Full court pressure by the Hillers as DeRogers takes it up. And that was just kept in bounds by McCafferty and collected by Bellafato.
And they're lucky to keep that ball. They threw the pass long and then had to save it under their own basket. Ooh, 2 points for DeRogers there.
A long two bucket. And it's a 2-point game. Westborough not going away. Marcinowski drives baseline, up and in with the reverse.
Great play. Made it look easy there.
How about that? 6 second quarter points for James Marcinowski. DeRogers working against Cho, rejected.
Big block by Cho. I don't even have a blocked column on my stat sheet here, but I'm going to add one for Cho right there.
I'd say that's the block of the game so far.
Yeah, he earned that one. I'm putting that one right next to his name.
That was the ultimate not in my house block. They did get him with a foul, however. I don't know about that one. It's all ball to me.
Yeah, I don't agree.
DeRogers hits the first.
Kind of shocked that he got a foul. Yeah.
And on the second, count it. A 2-point Hiller lead. Back and forth we go in this second quarter. Ionelli to Marcinowski. Marcinowski around the defender, no good, and Westborough has it.
And they're going into the hot hand down low, and he almost delivered again.
Bellafato hands it to DeRogers. DeRogers lost it and stepped out.
Now he knocked it off of Willardson, I believe.
I thought he stepped out before he knocked it off of Willardson. I think the official missed it.
That's two calls going against the Hillers here.
Bellafato taking it in, up from the block, no good.
Good defense.
Ionelli collects.
Good defense by DeLuca down the other end.
DeLuca to Willardson. Willardson no good. And Bellafato has the rebound. Bellafato through a pair of Hillers lays it in.
Big Euro step by Bellafato there.
Ooh, things are tilting towards Westborough.
Tie ball game
Marcinowski
here.
lost it.
Yeah, tie ball game here.
Blyer on the entry. Full court pressure by the Hillers as DeRogers gets it back to Blyer. Now with it, Bellafato. DeRogers to the corner. Bellafato to the block. Up and in. Joe Marino. Westborough has reclaimed the lead. Iannelli driving down, feeds it out. DeLuca.
Someone's got to come find him. Ooh, soft foul called by McCafferty. Call on McCafferty.
That'll be a team second for Westborough, first for McCafferty.
Yeah, someone's got to come up and help DeLuca when he's up at the top of the key alone, and he's stuck with the ball. You know, picked up his dribble and he was stuck there. They got bailed out by that foul call.
Willardson along the wing. Calling it out. Hillers working along the perimeter. DeLuca feeds it across. Willardson.
Yeah, so they're trying to get it inside to like DeLuca, who will then turn and put it down the lane, but no one's cutting in on the baseline.
Asian. Back to Willardson. Now Del Ponte. Running out of time on the shot clock from the elbow. No good. Is DeLuca, and Westborough has it. Collected by Marino. Bellafato gets it back to DeRogers, who will take it up. Blair back to Bellafato. Wired out of the corner, up for three. No good is McCafferty, but it's a Westborough rebound.
Hiller's in a very unusual 2-3 zone here right now on defense. Something that we haven't seen a lot of lately out of them.
Westborough with another offensive rebound, no good.
Big block.
And rejected by DeLuca is Marino.
That could be the block of the game now.
There's a couple of candidates already, and we're going to have a foul against Westborough as Dadagian drives to the bucket.
Huge block by DeLuca down the other end when Westborough was really starting to, get a little bit of a momentum, grabbing all those offensive rebounds, and then DeLuca just swatted that one right away.
I think he said, you could out-rebound us, but you're not going to out-block us.
Yeah, and you're not going to score. So that foul was on DeRogers. That's his second.
Dadagian hits the first. 1-point game.
Yeah, this is going about as advertised, like we thought before the game. Misses the second.
No good there, collected by the big man, Joe Marino.
Now the Hillers are dropping back into that 2-3 zone again, which is very unusual for them to see.
Cucci gets it up to Blair. Westborough working the top of the perimeter. Blyer for three, no. And it's pulled down and rejected once again is Marino by DeLuca.
Yeah, 2 in a row.
Dadagian to Cho. Cho feeds the corner. Del Ponte swipes it to DeLuca along the wing. Dadagian trying to work past the defender. It's knocked out of his grasp, but collected by Del Ponte.
Yeah, good save by Del Ponte.
Under a minute left to go in the second quarter. Cho for three. Yes, count it.
Long three.
A well-needed three ball there for the Hillers.
Now they picked up the intensity here on defense.
Westborough try to respond. No good is Chapman from the corner. Westborough keeps. Blair gets it over, and it's going Hillers' way.
Yeah, they went right back to the man-to-man defense. I think it kind of caught Westborough off guard. And see what it shows you? They throw the ball out of bounds as soon as they feel a little bit of pressure. Well, not a little bit, a lot of pressure.
I'll tell you, Westborough, they're one of the rare teams that are out-rebounding the Hillers on the offensive end.
Yes, they definitely are.
But the Hillers are still finding ways to drop turnovers. Willardson to Dadagian. up and good.
Nice patience and good body control by Dedejian on the block. There's a turnover by Ionelli.
Oh, look at that quick steal. Count it.
Turns it right around.
You
5
don't
points
blink.
for Ionelli.
You can't blink when you're watching this team, Wally. Long two, no good. Is Chapman put back, no good. What an action-packed second quarter it was, Wally.
I think the 2-3 zone defense that they were putting in was really just a like a ruse. He just wanted Westborough to think that things are right. They need a rest, and they're sitting back, and he wanted to unleash that man-to-man frenetic paced defense for the last minute of the quarter, and boy, it really paid off. I think it was a 6-0 run to end the quarter here.
Well, it was a good back and forth first half, but the Hillers have the lead 34-28 as we head into the halftime locker room. This game has been action-packed, and we'll have much more action coming at you in the second half, so stick around. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Basketball on HCAM.
folks. Thank you all who have already supported the 50-50 raffle tonight. I just want to let everyone know the jackpot is now up over $250. Half of that goes in your pocket. The other half goes to graduating seniors, sponsored by the Hopkinton Teachers Association. We donated about $12,000 to $13,000 to graduating seniors every year. Historically, we've donated over $100,000 to graduating Hopkinton seniors. So if you can help support that cause, see one of us or hit one of these QR codes, and you stand a chance of winning half of our jackpot, which is over $250. The drawing will be during the third quarter, so you're not making long. Thank you.
Welcome back into the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center. We are ready for the second half A 34-28 Hiller lead as we enter half number 2. Let's take a look at the scoring totals for the first half. For Westborough, Alec DeRochers with 4, Simon Byler with 5, Nick Bellafato with 9, Brady Chapman with 2 points, Justin McCafferty with 6, Joe Marino with 2. For the Hillers, Jack Iannelli with 5, Sam Dedejian with 12, and also Gavin Cho with 5, Del Ponte with 3, Marcinowski with 6, DeLuca with 3, and we are underway in the second half. Westborough with possession, working left to right across your screen. Rogers feeds it up top to Blair. An action-packed first half, Wally. Some good back and forth, and I think this game's going to be an exciting finish.
I do too. I was just going to say, I really think that second quarter was really frenetic, and a lot of runs back and forth. And it was another.
Look at that turnover, and Dedejian finishes.
Yeah, another quarter that the Hillers outscore their opponent. They outscored them 19-15, but Westborough is hanging in there. It's just an 8-point lead now, but the Hillers were down by 2 not very long ago.
Long 3 to Rogers off the mark. Collected by Del Ponte. Or that's the Dedejian, excuse me. Up with the reverse, no good. Pulled down by DeLuca, kicks it out. 3 from up top, Willardson, no good, and the rebound by Joe Marino. Bellafato taking it up. Well, Westborough's 13-4, playing in a tough Central Mass league, so they have certainly been battle-tested and won some of those big battles.
Yeah, they've got a great record, so they are playing well against whoever they're playing. It doesn't matter, big, small, or indifferent. That winning is winning, and basketball is basketball, no matter who you're playing.
No good by Blair, and then Del Ponte gets tangled up, and we're gonna have a foul. It looks like.
Looks like it might be on Joe Marino. He's the one that looks more upset. Nope,
that'll be on Justin McCafferty.
McCafferty, his second.
And that's big for Westborough. Justin McCafferty, someone they rely on, had 6 points all in the first quarter, as they'll call a timeout. I think Westborough does know, though, that this game has the capability to quickly get away from them if they can't keep up with the Hillers and in buckets.
Yeah, they've probably obviously scouted the Hillers well, being this close by.
And we want to point out that tonight they are doing a fundraiser. They're selling tickets for a raffle for the Hopkinton Teachers Association Scholarship. So be sure, if you're here at the game, buy some of those scholarship raffle tickets, and you can also get them online. You can see the details at our website, hcam.tv.
Definitely a worthy cause there.
And they will be selling those this game and Friday's game, which we will also be here for tomorrow as the Hiller girls host Westwood in their regular season home finale.
That is senior night, is that correct?
Yes, it is indeed. It's the makeup game that was supposed to take place this past Tuesday.
Oh, during the blizzard of 24?
Iannelli with the lay-in. Yes, the blizzard moved the game. Blair surrounded by defenders as the Hillers get an aggressive press going, and they get the turnover. Another nice drawn-up turnover by the Hillers.
I think it went up. Yeah, it is a turnover. Yeah, you're right. Del Ponte's going to put the ball in here.
Del Ponte feeds it up top by Iannelli. Kicks it out to Willardson. Now to the corner. DeLuca for 3. No good. Batted by Dedejian, and it's out of bounds.
Going to stay Hiller ball here, out of bounds off of Brady Chapman there.
I think they pretty much both got a hand on it, but I like that call. Iannelli on the entry. Dedejian feeds it to Del Ponte. Back to Dedejian. Iannelli now.
And Westborough in a big 2-1-2 zone defense that hopefully the Hillers can exploit here by moving the ball around in and out.
Iannelli from the elbow, no good. Westborough has the rebound, collected by Chapman. And I want to also point out the Hiller boys have one more home game left. They'll be here next Tuesday for a 5 p.m. start against Wayland. Bellafato feeds it over. Hopkinton Wayland, always an epic matchup. No good on the jumper by McCafferty. The Hillers have it. Dadajian driving in from the wing, up and in. Count it.
Nation having a great game tonight, especially going to the basket.
16 points. Westborough trying to respond, drawing the foul is Alec DeRogers. The
That's going to be on Anthony DeLuca. I think that's going to be his third. He did go straight up with it, though, but still called for the foul. Tried to avoid the foul just by going up straight up.
Arsenowski already getting up to come in. DeRogers hits the first.
And Marcinowski was hot in the second quarter for a little while. Let's hope they can go back to him. He was really doing some damage underneath early.
DeRogers on the second, no. Collected by Marcinowski. I always enjoy when they have Marcinowski and DeLuca in the game together.
Yeah, it's a good 1-2 punch underneath.
Iannelli.
And they both are good interior passers also.
Certainly are. Then they can shoot from really anywhere. Iannelli for three, no good. Collected by Blair. Feeds it up, and the finish by Brady Chapman.
That's the one thing I think the Hillers, with their aggressive defense, is always looking to not have happen, and usually it doesn't, but that one got away from the long pass behind them.
Dadajian misses the three. Bellafato with the rebound. Bellafato down the lane, count it.
Floater for Bellafato. That's 11 points for him, I believe.
It is indeed. He's having himself a good night, and we're going to get a Hiller timeout. 4 minutes, 12 seconds left to go in the third quarter. A 40-33 lead for the Hillers, but Westborough closing in a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good timeout by Coach Keene. They were up 11 points there, 40-29. Things were starting to get away from Westborough. They came back, scored 2 buckets, and Coach Keene doesn't want that to become a problem for him, his team. So trying to stop the momentum turn here and swing it back in the Hillers' favor.
Absolutely. And I mentioned this earlier, but I'll mention it again. The Hiller boys, they took down Westwood last night, 67-59, and a huge road win against previously 17-2 Westwood to clinch the TVL Large title. And also last night, Hiller boys hockey taking down Norwood in an absolutely epic game by a final of 2-1. They are also the TVL Large champions.
That's great. That's exciting for both teams.
Certainly is, and I'm expecting some very fun playoff runs.
Yeah, that would be great. Especially the Hillers here in the basketball. They play a style of basketball that I think can give them a little bit of a playoff run. I think the only thing that would stop them would be running into a team with real size.
Right. And I think that's why they play that style, is because, well, first off, they have the tools to do it. And second off, to be competitive in this tough state tournament, you have to be on a different level.
Right.
Hillers working around the perimeter. Cho for three, no good. Pulled down by McCafferty.
I'll tell you, Westborough, good rebounding team. They box out well.
Ooh, backcourt violation against Bellafato.
A little bit of team carelessness there. You never established position on the front court by the time he got this pass from his teammate.
Dadajian on the entry, gets it into Iannelli. Del Ponte, back to Iannelli. Iannelli down the lane and draws the foul.
He's going to go to the line. That's what he does best. And I like seeing him starting to turn that on again. We haven't seen that in a little bit here. So it'll be nice to see him start taking the ball to the basket.
And they get McCafferty with his third foul. Iannelli hits the first. He now has 8 points on the night. You can see Joe Marino getting off the Westborough bench. He'll likely come in soon. And he will indeed for McCafferty, who has 3 fouls. Iannelli hits both. He's now up to 9 points on the night, and the Hillers now lead by 9 points. Blair feeds the corner. Belafato.
There's a trap in the corner. Now they find the open man.
DeRozier's back to Blair. Back to DeRozier's along the wing. Punches it in. Back out to Blair for 3. No good. He rimmed it. And it's a rebound to Dasian. Dasian coast to coast. No good. Put back. Count it. Iannelli again. He's in double digits.
Great follow-up for Iannelli there. I love the aggressiveness. Dasian taking the turnover and going coast to coast, and Iannelli right behind him following it up.
Along the corner, Belafato driving in, up for the shot. No. Grabs his own rebound.
Yeah, he likes those little floaters in the lane. He gets him to go a couple of times so far. That one didn't.
DeRozier's tries past Marcinowski and will draw the foul.
That big jump step there by DeRozier's, the jump step that when me and my friends were growing up, we would call that a travel. But nowadays, it's just a big jump step.
They get Marcinowski with his first, team second. And the first free throw is good from Alec DeRozier's. DeRozier's with 6 points on the night for Westborough. Hiller Alpine Ski also out on the slopes right now. John Ritz has live coverage of that on our HCAM YouTube page. Kevin Cho fumbles and kept it in, but he stepped out. It's going to be Westborough ball.
Good long outlet look by Dasian there. Gets the rebound on a free throw and looks up court and Cho's ahead of everybody. Lets it fly. Just one of those things where Cho probably took his eye off it a little bit. But good look, and I love the aggressiveness on offense.
Reno kicks it out.
That's a travel. Oh, there's no call.
Really stripped away by Cho. Blair gets it through. Now to the corner. And it was knocked away, but collected by DeRozier's down the lane. Collected in the corner, McCucci, and then knocked away by Willitson. And Willitson, good hustle keeping it in, able to get it to Dasian.
That's going to be a jump ball there, unless he calls a foul. Nope, he's going to call it out of bounds.
Yep, knocked out of bounds, Hiller ball. Under 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Cho on the entry. Marcinowski.
Oh, no. Nothing on the shot there. He had no oomph on it.
I think that was a bit of a miscommunication. It looked like he was trying to get it underneath to DeLuca. And it's a no-go for Westborough. Here comes Del Ponte. Gets it up to DeLuca for 3. No good. Fall short. Marcinowski with the rebound. Can't finish.
Misses the bunny.
Ooh, both teams having a little bit of struggles right now offensively.
Yep.
DeRozier's to the corner to Chapman. Back to DeRozier's. Blair gets it in the interior, kicked back out to DeRozier's. Long 3, no good. Off of Marcinowski it goes, collected by Westborough, and it's put up and in by Brady Chapman. The Hillers quickly into the offensive end. Cho kicks it out to DeLuca. Up top, Willitson feeds it to Del Ponte. Willitson now to DeLuca. To Cho. Cho along the baseline, up with the reverse, and in he goes.
Great bucket by Cho. Nice reverse. I believe he put that up right-handed, and he's a left-handed player.
7 points on the evening for Gavin Cho. DeRozier's takes it up. Blair gets it to the corner, and there's a foul after McCucci launched the 3. He's going to the line.
Yeah, it's going to be on Willitson. It's going to be his second.
I think he kind of tripped over himself and fell into him.
Yep, that's okay. Sorry.
This is going to be McCucci shooting 3, correct?
Correct. Misses the first. Marco McCucci looking to get into the scorebook for his first time tonight. I feel like it's been a 10-point game for quite a while, Wally.
Right about from the start of the after the halftime.
It's the second.
Willardson's going to go sit down with 2 fouls. Iannelli's back in the game.
Cucci on the third of 3. Got it.
2 out of 3 for McCucci.
You know what they say, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yep.
Iannelli over to Cho. Up top, Del Ponte. Driving down, pump fakes. Kicks it out to DeLuca. DeLuca down the lane, feeds the corner. Dadajian for 3. Got it!
Big 3-pointer for Dadajian. He's got 20 points.
I feel like that's the go-to guy when the Hillers are struggling a little bit offensively. To get back into stride, just go to Dadajian.
Yeah, on offense they go to Dadajian, I think, and then on defense they rely on Iannelli to turn things around.
Rebound collected by DeLuca off to miss Chapman's shot, and then we have a foul as Iannelli drives the lane.
1.1 seconds left here. That's not going to be a shooting foul, so they got to get a quick catch and release here.
That'll be on McCucci, his first, team third for Westborough. 1 second left in the third quarter.
They want to get it in and get it up.
Show over to the wing at the buzzer. No good is Del Ponte. A good effort getting the shot off, but the Hillers have a nice lead at the end of 3 quarters of play. It is the Hopkinton Hillers 49, the Westborough Rangers 38. The Hillers continue to outscore Westborough as they outscore them 15-10 in that third quarter. And Wally was a bit of a slow quarter at points offensively. The defense kind of took over, but the Hillers, they're winning the turnover battle, and that's why they have this lead.
Yes, and that's why they really have had the season they've had so far. So starting off in that second half, Westborough crept back into it, a couple of buckets. And I mentioned that I think Coach Keene wanted to call a timeout before it got any closer. Didn't want anything to start to get out of hand at all. I mean, he really wanted to nip Westborough's momentum in the bud, and he did. After that, Hillers really just kind of, dominated. But they really drove the action here in this third quarter. And like you said, they outscored them 15-10.
Let's take a look at scoring totals as we head into the fourth quarter for the Hillers. Jack Iannelli with 11 points. You got Sam Dadajian with 19.
Ooh, I remember 20.
Gavin Show with 7. We'll go with mine for now.
Sure.
We'll confirm at the end of the game. Logan Del Ponte with 3. James Marcinowski with 6. Anthony DeLuca with 3. And for Westborough, you got Nick Bellafato, 6. Simon Blair with 5. Nick Bellafato with 11. Marco McCucci with 2. And also Brady Chapman with 6, as well as Justin McCafferty with 6. And number 21, Joe Marino with 2, as the Hillers working off the start of the fourth quarter. For 3 is DeLuca, no good.
I think you're right about the Dadajian scoring. I added up my scoring, and it doesn't add up. So I think you're right with 19.
That's okay. So there's been times that you were right and I was wrong, so this makes up for that.
So we're going to have a foul here on Del Ponte. It's his first, team's first in the fourth quarter.
DeRozier's taking it up.
Hillers in a 1-3-1 zone. It's going to, that's going to be a real trapping zone. You're going to see a lot of 2-man on each ball, like right there.
And there you go. There's an example. Bellafato drives through it, however, no good on the layup. It is a Westborough rebound and rejected.
Marino getting rejected by DeLuca again. That's probably the third or fourth time we've seen that happen. Sorry to jump all over you there. I was excited about that one.
It was exciting. DeLuca is just such a force underneath. And he's been in foul trouble a lot of the game, but Marcinowski has taken over nicely when needed.
Yeah, Marcinowski's getting ready to check in right now, too.
No good there. Put back. Yes, count it. Joe Marino. Well-needed bucket for Westborough. A 9-point game.
Under double digits now. It's just a 9-point lead for the Hillers.
Over to Dadajian. Kicks it out. Iannelli. Del Ponte swings it to Cho. Along the baseline he goes. DeLuca. Back to Dadajian. Dadajian to Cho. Shogun driving all kinds of contact there. Surprised it wasn't a call. DeLuca.
Oh, he loses it. Oh, he's going to call a foul on the floor.
All right. We got a foul against Westborough. Ooh, it looks like they might get McCafferty again, and they do with his fourth.
Yeah, that's big. He's been a big part of their offense, and it's going to be tough if they. He's going to go sit down now. It's going to be tough to ride without him. He's going to have to come back in about 2 minutes and go as long as he can.
And right off the bat, Marcinowski to Dadajian, and Dadajian lays it in. Dadajian now with 21 points on the night.
I have him officially at 21 now also.
There you go. Feeds it underneath. Out to the corner to DeRogers. Up top, Marino. To the corner to Blair. Up for the shot, rejected. I think Willitson got a hand in there.
Yeah, I think it was Willitson got a block.
Over to Willitson from Dadajian. He finishes, plus the foul.
Big play by Willitson. I think he started that with the block, and he goes all the way down for the layup and the foul. And I love hearing when we hear players' grandparents are watching HCAM from out of town. So Willitson right there, his grandparents, the Kempers and Marge Willitson, out of town watching now on HCAM, probably via YouTube.
And they just watched Cooper Willitson complete the and one and give the Hillers a 14-point lead. A misfire by DeRogers towards Bellafato. Hiller ball. How about a TVL update in girls basketball happening tonight? Medfield leading Norwood at the end of three quarters, 43-28. A few Thursday night TVL games happening, including this one right here. Willitson along the wing. Gets it over to Dadajian. He lost it. Picked up by Blair. Blair, coast to coast, lays it in.
Good play by Blair there. He good defense, gets the loose ball and takes it all the way.
And he has 7 points. Rejected is Dadajian, but there's a foul.
Yeah, they're going to get Chapman for the foul there. Looked like a good block to me, but, I'm way up high in the crow's nest up here, and the official is right next to the play.
I think the official made a elbow signal, like he got a
down in the
piece
body
of his elbow on him. Dadajian hits the first. He's now up to 22 points, Wally.
Yeah, I'm right on it now.
And there's 23. He is having himself a night.
Yeah, I'm starting to run out of space for him in his scoring here on my score sheet.
We'll just have to have an individual notebook for Dadajian. Blair feeds it up top over to Marino. Oh, pass to the wing, up and in from three-point land is Bellafato. Nick Bellafato keeping Westborough alive. He has 14 points, but a quick response here by Dadajian in the Hillers. And now a steal by Iannelli. Iannelli to the rack, up and in, plus the foul. Wow. The Hillers are taking over.
Wow, if you saw the way Iannelli was going up with that ball, I thought he was going to dunk it over the guy. He really had it behind his head protected. That is really something.
Timeout call by Westborough. Well-needed timeout call as the Hillers up by 15 points with 5:14 left to go. And it looks like they're going to do the raffle. Let's see if we can send it down to courtside to pick up the raffle.
$142. Tonight's winner is Gina Fernald. Gina?
All right, there it is. Don't forget, folks, you could buy the raffle tickets at tonight's game online or at tomorrow night's game. And it is to benefit the Hopkinton Teachers Association Scholarship Fund. So it's for a great cause. A 60-45 Hiller lead, 5:14 left to go in the fourth quarter. And a TVL update for you in that Medfield-Norwood game we told you about. The Medfield girls got a win over Norwood, 69-42. Medfield girls, they are the TVL Large Girls champions. They've had a tremendous season.
Now we've got Jack Iannelli's grandfather, Bill Wallace, is going to watch Jack finish the N1 here on the three-point play.
He does indeed. And Iannelli up to 14 points. Delafato spins around the defender, up and draws the foul.
Big spin move and a nice underhanded scoop going for it. But when you lay that ball out there for a scoop layup, you're asking to be fouled. You need to know you can get it up there. You're going to get hacked, and he did. And that's going to be on Marcinowski, and that's his second.
And he hits the first.
15 points for Delafato, I have.
You are correct.
For this time.
On the second, got it. Westborough hanging around a little bit. 14-point game with 5 minutes left. Dadajian up top, Willitson. Over to DeLuca, back to Iannelli. Iannelli working the clock right now. He'll drive in and draw the foul. Nice job by Iannelli. And you're going to see longer possessions by the Hillers in these next few minutes. Try to burn some of that clock time.
Right, once they get the ball, they'll try to slow things down a little bit and then attack the rim like that. Like, they aren't just killing the clock. They use a little bit of time, but they're looking for their openings to attack.
Foul was on Brady Chapman, his third. A rare miss from the free throw line by Iannelli.
How many points do you have for Jack?
Well, I was adding up what Iannelli is from the line. He's 5 for 7, now make it 6 for 8. And he has 15 points on the night. Along the near side to Rogers, feeds it over to Blyer.
Great pass underneath by Blyer. That was a nice whip pass to a guy underneath.
Back to Delafato.
There's the Hillers in a 2-3 zone, very rare.
Good feed underneath. Nice block by Dadajian. Dadajian trying to feed it to Iannelli. Iannelli able to gather it up after it was batted by Blyer. Dadajian driving in, trying to work the defender. Kicks it out to DeLuca. DeLuca able to maintain possession with aggressive defense by McCafferty. Iannelli driving down now. Up with the hook. No good. Collected by Blyer.
He was looking for the contact there. No call.
Blyer feeds it over. 3-ball McCafferty. No good. Iannelli collects. Iannelli fires it to DeLuca. Marcinowski now. And they're going to get him with a travel. I don't know if that should have been travel or contact against Westborough.
An ugly play. He needs to call something, and I don't think he wants to really let things get out of hand. So that's an easy one to kind of, an easy call to kind of just stop the action and reset it.
And we have a boys basketball update from tonight. The Holliston boys defeated Medway 47-44. A huge upset win for the Holliston Panthers. And they've had a season filled with a lot of injuries, but nice to see them get a win tonight. And then in girls basketball, Dover Sherborne was in action against Norwell, and Norwell got a 51-24 win. 3:47 left to go, a 62-47 Hiller lead. And Wally, to have to play two tough opponents on back-to-back nights.
That's the key right there, back-to-back nights.
And to be able to do this, that is just very impressive.
Yeah, 3:47 to go, 15-point lead, and the Hillers are in the bonus. So they'll be shooting every foul going ahead now.
I'll tell you what, this Westborough team, they're in the Division III bracket. Hillers will be in the Division II bracket. I think this Rangers team will be a tough out in the postseason as well. Launches the three, no good by Blyer. It is a Westborough rebound, put up and in by Chapman.
Yeah, this is probably a good litmus test for Westborough.
Marcinowski, no good.
Yeah, Coach Willer will like to see what his team did well against a really good Hillers team. And he'll try to use this as a teaching game, try to build off it for the playoffs for them.
Belafato driving in, no. Rebound Willardson. Willardson up top, Dadajian driving down, and it was batted back to him, but he can't finish.
Yeah, he's looking for Marcinowski, gets batted right back to him. He lays it up, and it should have gone in.
DeRozier's no good. I think Willardson might have got a block in there.
Yeah.
Quick moving action now. Show. Underneath, Marcinowski. Yes.
Oh. Caught it, and he went up with it almost too quickly, and he was lucky to get it in.
And I think there was some contact there, but the officials being a little generous at this point.
He rushed it, and there were guys all over him.
And Blair will draw the foul. They're going to get Willardson with his third. But Wally, another great team effort tonight by this Hiller team. You had several players that played huge roles in this game.
Yep, 7 players scoring. More than that, participating and doing their jobs out there, doing it very well. Not everybody scored, but 7 players is good, spread it around.
No good on the free throw or the putback, but it is a Westborough rebound, and on the fadeaway, McCafferty hits. A 12-point game. Westborough staying alive.
Yeah, not really going away. They're down, but they're playing right to the end here. And there's a turnover.
Oh, and it's a turnover. Joe battling for it, and we'll have a timeout by Westborough. Good timeout call. Yeah, they're going to keep it.
Definitely good timeout call by Coach Willer. Yeah, they're not giving up here. They're not letting the game go easy. They're playing hard.
Another TVL update for you. The Norton girls defeated Wayland tonight, 59-45. I'll tell you, Wally, you got to keep your foot on the gas in this one. It's only 2 minutes, 9 seconds left, but 12-point game, and
yeah, that can get away from you quick with a couple of 3-pointers. Yeah, you always have to keep your foot on the gas. I mean, even the Celtics showed that last night. They won by 50, so they really didn't take their foot off the gas last night either.
Well, I think that was a makeup for a couple nights ago.
Yeah. But we've seen games. The momentum kind of goes away, and next thing you know, you've got a game when you really shouldn't. So it's really a great thing to see a team like this play this hard for the whole game, and like you said, keep your foot on the gas the whole way.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be comfortable with 2 minutes left unless it's a 7-possession game rather than a 4-possession game.
Right. Yeah, the Hillers need a couple of buckets here just to seal it.
All right, well, here we go. The Hillers looking to regroup off the timeout. It was a Westborough timeout for the Rangers to keep possession.
And the Hillers have their starters on the floor, so they're taking it seriously.
Simon Blair on the entry, gets it into DeRozier's, who feeds it to Belafato. Back to DeRozier's. Blair. Belafato. Now McCafferty gets through, lays it in, plus a foul. Well, hang on, says Westborough. We're not done yet.
Yeah, like I said, they're playing right to the end here. That foul was on DeLuca. That's his 4th.
And he hits. 9-point game. Willardson.
You got to get it over half court here. Oh, there you go.
It's stolen away. Here goes Belafato. Yes! Got it.
Now the Hillers are getting a taste of their own medicine here.
Iannelli going to draw the foul.
I think we're going to get a timeout here by Coach Keene.
Yeah, Coach Keene doesn't look very happy.
I don't blame him.
1:39 left to go. It's down to a 7-point lead for the Hillers. This game's not over yet, folks.
No, more than a minute and a half to go is a 7-point lead. This is getting to be nail-biting time here.
Another TVL update for you from tonight. Medway girls defeated Millis 50-38. Medway is now a TVL small co-champion. And in boys basketball, Medfield defeated Norwood 82-66. Pete Kamar had 24 points for Medfield. And also tonight, Norton defeated Dover Sherborne 69-54 on the girls' side.
You saw Pete Kumar in here a couple of weeks ago drop 10 points on the Hillers in a Medfield loss. He's a good player.
Quite a player. Medfield's quite a team. TVL very strong. You're going to have, I believe, 8 out of the 12 teams qualifying for postseason. Could actually be more than that.
That's great.
Iannelli feeds it into Dedasian. No good, and Westborough has a turnover. Iannelli nearly had it back. Bellafato falls into a trap, gets it out. Trying to drive through is McCafferty, and he's called for the travel.
Yeah, he literally took a dive, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but he was diving to the floor and then slid with the ball without dribbling. Yeah, unfortunate for him.
Huge turnover for the Hillers. Iannelli accepts the pass from Willardson, gets it back to him. Now Del Ponte, Willardson.
Minute 10 to go here.
Iannelli back to Del Ponte. And he was trying to feed DeLuca, and we have a foul.
That might be 5 on McCafferty.
Will indeed be against Westborough.
That is 5 on McCafferty. He is out. They're going to bring Joe Marino back in.
Some big free throws coming here for Anthony DeLuca. And the Westborough coach, I don't think, likes the foul call.
No, he's on the floor. It's like a mini timeout he's using here, which probably shouldn't be allowed to get away with.
Anthony DeLuca trying to add on to his 3 points tonight. No good.
Still a 7-point lead here for the Hillers with just a minute and 3 to go.
No good there.
Missed them both. And here comes Westborough. Hillers are getting back on D rather than pressing the whole way.
Rogers to Blyer.
They're going in the 2-3 zone.
Long
here.
three, no good by Bellafato. And a good effort by DeRogers, but he lands out of bounds.
Baseline violation on Westborough. So still 50 seconds to go here. Hillers have to get it over the half-court line.
Iannelli.
That's a long pass, boy. I didn't think that was going to get there.
Deja to Del Ponte. Hillers burning clock. Willardson to the corner. Hillers trying to make Westborough foul here. I'm surprised they haven't yet. It is at least a 3-possession game.
I think Coach Willard probably has instructed his team to play it straight up, play it hard, aggressive defense the whole way, but without fouling. For whatever reason, that's the way it looks to me.
At least for now. Del Ponte, there's the foul.
Yeah, there it is.
Shot will not count. Smart move by the Hillers, finding their top point scorer tonight to draw up the foul. And Sam Dedasian will have a chance to add on to his 25 points.
Delafato's first foul of the game. He's been very active out there without getting any fouls. 26 for Dedasian, make it 27.
There you go. Well, I think we know who the player of the game is, Wally.
Yeah, I think so too.
And it's going to be a turnover. Iannelli fires to Willardson.
He just pulls it out, letting you use the clock.
And the Hillers are just going to try to hang on to it. Barring any kind of foul here, we will have a Hiller win, and that'll do it. The Hopkinton Hillers get the 66-57 victory over the Westborough Rangers. Wally, an impressive win by the Hillers. Good resilience by Westborough, working their way back into it in the end. But in the end, this Hiller team just too much to handle for Westborough tonight.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, the Hillers did their thing. Westborough really played a good game. They stuck with it. They were never really out of it. Hillers really never put them away, but they were fighting from behind all the way from the first quarter, Westborough was. So an impressive win by the Hillers over a good Westborough team, but Westborough just didn't have enough to really catch up at all in the end. So again, another really fine performance by the Hillers, especially on defense.
Sam Dedejian, your player of the game with 27 points. Also, Jack Iannelli had a great night with 15 points, and James Marcinowski added 8, while Gavin Cho had 7 points. A good team effort by the Hillers, and they get the 66-57 win over the Westborough Rangers. Westborough falls to 13-5 on the season. The Hillers now 16-3 overall. That is going to do it for our broadcast tonight. A big thank you to our crew, Mary Arnott and Jim Cousins. For my broadcast partner, Wally Henneberry, I'm Tom Nappy. As always, we thank you for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Good night, everybody.